So you know what's a knee-jerk reaction? A knee-jerk reaction is when the doctor takes that little hammer, knocks on top of your knee, and your knee does this, right? Knee does this. It's called a knee-jerk reaction. So what does that have to do with anything? A knee-jerk reaction is what I'm generally looking for when I put out anything on social media. Usually things that are seemingly controversial, that rub against the grain, that doesn't go according to the theology that you've learned. That's generally the reaction that I'm trying to get from you. Why? Why do I want that kind of reaction from you? Because I believe if I just come out and say, oh no, God is going to love on you and your entire world is going to change and all you have to do is just pray to the loving Father and you're going to get everything that you ever dreamt of from Him. Are you going to follow that? Now, some of you will say yes. Why? Because that's exactly what you are following now. But the problem is, your life is in shambles. Your relationship with God is in shambles. I'm telling the truth. Come on, you know I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth. So what's the purpose of a knee-jerk reaction? It's to get you to stop and think. Wait a second, what did this guy just say? Why am I so offended by this? Why am I so aggravated and why am I so agitated by what he's saying? Don't focus so much on what I'm saying. Focus on why are you reacting the way you're reacting. And if you can start to look at things objectively like that, then you will eventually treat your relationship with God like that. And you will eventually go to the Bible when you're looking for answers instead of going to your pastor. Now, am I saying don't go to your pastor? No. I'm not saying don't go to your pastor. Am I saying stop going to church? No. I'm not saying don't go to church. Me and my family, we are visiting a church at the moment. Why? Because I understand the importance of that entity. However, that entity does not dictate what my relationship with God looks like. Yeah, some of y'all think I'm a heathen sitting in my house and doing bugger all. I'm trying to show you my truth. The truth that God revealed to me through His Word. I've grown more in the last 2.5 years outside of a church organization than I have the previous 20 years before that inside of a church organization. Now you make sense of that and tell me. You make sense of that and tell me what you think. Now some of you are sitting for 20 years in an organization and your life has not moved one single bit, or it's moved slowly. When I'm saying that I literally put my life in God's hands and God took it and blew it up exponentially. I've seen growth and acceleration in my personal life, in my family's lives, that I couldn't even fathom in my mind. My mind's eye couldn't even see it. That's how God is blowing my mind at the moment. And that's what I'm trying to set you up for. But you are too busy getting aggravated with my posts instead of asking, hey, what if this guy is actually right about all the stuff he's talking about? What if? What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Worst case scenario, you don't listen to what I'm saying and you just go on about your life. Live the way you're living. No skin off my back. Best case scenario, your life will never be the same again. Your spiritual life will grow. Your relationship with God will grow. When that happens, every other area of your life starts to grow. Your mind will start to get clear. You'll start to get clear vision. You'll start to get defined in your thinking, in your career choices, in your pathways. God will start opening doors for you that you never saw before. You'll start kicking down doors that you thought were always closed. That's for somebody. That's for somebody. You've been stuck behind closed doors that you thought that need to stay closed for you. Man, I got a testimony to share about that. We weren't qualified to get a home loan to buy a house. Listen to me, fam. After 6 months of working, God supernaturally accelerated us so much so that I went from unemployed to buying a house and 2 brand new cars in under a year. Now you tell me. Now, did I work hard to get it? Oh, 100%. Oh, 100% I worked hard. Was it easy? Not a chance. It was not easy. But was it a clear, defined pathway that God laid out for me and said, follow this, my boy. Follow this plan here, my boy, and watch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I saw it in front of me. I saw the alignments. I saw the opportunities. I had clear vision. The mind wasn't stuck and fixated on everything else. And boom. God can do that for you. And I'm not saying this as a prosperity preacher. I'm saying it as a fact. You put your life in God's hand authentically. Like you know inside whether your life belongs to God. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell your pastor. You don't have to tell your church members. You know in your quiet place, who are you talking to the most? Now, am I perfect? No. Do I still have my faults? 100%. Do I still have issues? 100%. Through that, the one person I run to the most in all of my weaknesses, in all of my trials, in all of my tribulations is Christ Jesus. I run to the person of Christ the most through His Word. I read the Bible for myself. I converse with God by myself. Now, why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because it's an example that I'm trying to lead and show you that it's possible. What I'm saying to you is possible. So I hope this helps you. Drop a comment, drop a question, ask a question, engage. Let's talk. Peace.